Hey everyone, welcome back to my kitchen. Today we're making one of my all-time favorite easy desserts, cocoa powder brownies. These are rich, fudgy, shiny topped brownies that you can whip up with ingredients you probably already have in your pantry. There's no melting of chocolate, no mixer, just simple classic brownies done right. Now, if you're like me, you grew up on and maybe still use, and that's totally okay, a box brownie mix. I thought homemade brownies that tasted just as good was like catching a unicorn. It just couldn't be done. But I think this easy brownie recipe is going to show you that we both were wrong. Now, before we start, go ahead and preheat your oven to 350 degrees and grease or line an 8-inch metal pan with parchment. Metal pans really do make a difference here. They're gonna help the brownies bake evenly so the edges and center finish at the same time. Now, if you do use a glass pan, expect the brownies to take a few minutes longer in the oven. All right, let's start with the base. Into a small saucepan, I'm melting 6 tablespoons of unsalted butter. You actually want the butter hot for this recipe. It helps to bloom the cocoa powder and dissolve the sugar a bit, which is part of how you get that like shiny, crackly brownie top. Now, once the butter is melted, I'll pour it into a large mixing bowl and I'll stir in 1 1/4 cups of granulated sugar, 1/4 teaspoon salt, and 3/4 cup of cocoa powder. This mixture will look thick and sandy at first, but that's exactly what we want. Using good cocoa powder is the foundation of the flavor here, since these are cocoa-based brownies. I'll link below to some cocoa powders that I love and use all the time. Now I'm adding in 1/4 cup of oil, which is going to help make these super fudgy in texture, 2 room temperature eggs, and 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Room temperature eggs mix in more smoothly and combine with the melted butter without seizing it up. I'll whisk this together until the batter is glossy and smooth, and this is one of those steps where it suddenly transforms from like a dry and gritty to thick and luxurious. Next, I'll switch to a spatula and gently stir in 1/2 cup of all-purpose flour. This is where people tend to overmix, which leads to cakey brownies. As soon as the flour disappears, stop. A few streaks are fine, they'll mix in when you fold in the chocolate. Speaking of chocolate, we're adding 1 cup of semi-sweet chocolate chips, which is optional, but I love that extra bite of like ooey, gooey chocolate in every single bite. Folding them in instead of stirring keeps the batter dense and fudge-like. Then I simply spread the batter into the prepared pan. It's a thick batter, so try to just nudge it all the way into the corners for even baking. These bake for about 25 minutes. You want the edges to look set, but the center should still look slightly soft and a little underdone. That's how you know they'll be fudgy once they cool. If you wait until the center looks fully baked, your brownies will end up dry and overbaked. Let them cool completely before cutting. I know that's the hardest part, but it really does help them set into that perfect fudgy texture. Once they're cool, just slice them up and enjoy. And that's it, rich, fudgy cocoa powder brownies made from scratch. If you loved this recipe, make sure to like and subscribe and let me know in the comments what brownie recipe you want me to bake up next. And until next time, happy baking.